Hello guys, in this video, we want to work on the second part of the cart page. In this lesson, if you go to the cart page, you could be able to see the items and the checkout part on the right side. Watch this video to the end if you like to know how. Here we can continue working on the cart page component. The first thing that we can do in this step of this lesson is adding the required code to the cart page component's TS file. From the Explorer, open up the cart page and cart page component TS file. And just like our other components, we want to create a cart that is required with the type of cart to hold the cart data that we want to use to show inside the HTML file. Here, first of all, we need to inject the cart service to the component. So, private cart service with the type of cart service. Inside the constructor, we want to use the cart service to get the cart observable and update this cart each time that we have a new value. So let's write this.cart service dot get cart observable dot subscribe. Each time there is a new cart, give it to this function and then set this.cart equal to this new cart. Okay, we have two methods here. Let's add them. The first method is remove from cart method. It has a cart item. We should get the cart item because we have a list of cart items and we cannot decide which one we want to remove unless we get it inside the method. Inside it, we need to call this.cart service dot remove from cart method that we created on the previous step of this lesson, then pass cart item dot food dot id to this method. Okay, and the next method that we need to add here is change quantity that gets the cart item, and the second parameter is quantity in string with the type of string. Inside the method, first of all, we need to convert the quantity in string into quantity in number. So let's write quantity equal to parse int quantity in string. Now we can pass it to this.cart service dot change quantity method that we defined in the previous step and pass the food ID from cart item dot food dot id and quantity that is of type number. Here we go. Our component's TS file is ready. Let's go for the next step. That is adding required HTML data to the cart page component's HTML file. From the Explorer, select cart page component HTML file, clear everything. The first element that we want to add here is the app title component that we didn't create it yet. It's a very simple component for showing the title because I want to define new component for the parts that we use a lot. From the view menu, click on terminal, then write ng-gc for generating the component inside components folder, partials folder, and title, that is the name of the component. Then press enter. Okay, our title component is created. Let's add it to the cart page component. Close the terminal and here write app-title at the top of your cart page HTML file. Let's check the results. As you can see, we have title works here. So let's go ahead and make the title how it needs to be. First of all, we need to go to the title component's TS file. From the Explorer, select title component.ts file. Then close the sidebar. Inside the title component, we have some simple inputs. The first one is input title, the main thing for the title component. So we need to get in a string and use it as the title. The second one that we define as input is margin. It is optional and is set to 1 rem from the top, 0 from the right, 1 rem from the bottom, and 0.2 rem from the left by default. The last input that we have here is font size and is 1.7 rem by default. Now we need to use these fields inside the title component HTML file. So click here, the title component.ts, and select title component.html. Clear everything here, then add an h1 with the ng style equal to an object with the margin of margin and font size of font size. Close the h1, then set the title as a text inside it. ng-style is an Angular directive that could accept the CSS style as JavaScript object dynamically. The title component HTML file is ready. We just need to set the color for the h1 inside the CSS file. So click on this title component HTML file, then select title component CSS file, then select h1 and set its color equal to hashtag 616161. Now that everything for the title component is ready, let's close everything about the title component. Then here, let's pass the title as cart page and margin to 1.5 rem, 0, 0, 2.5 rem. You know that this is from the top, right, bottom, and left. Let's see the result. As you can see, we have this beautiful header for the cart page. From this moment, in any page that we want a title, we can use this title component. The benefit of using components instead of normal HTML tags is that anytime that you want to change the title inside your pages, you could easily do it in one place without changing a lot of code. Let's go ahead and add more tags to the cart page. We need to add a div with the class of container that holds all the data for showing the cart page. Inside it, we have a UL that holds all the cart items, and for each cart item, we have an li, so we need to loop through the items using ng4 let cart item of cart.items. On the right side of the cart item, we want to show the image. So let's add a div for it, and inside it, let's add an image with the source of cart item food.image URL with the alternative text of cart item food.name. Let's see the browser. As you can see, we have the only item that we added to the cart page. If we go to the main page and select another food and add it to the cart page, we could be able to see 2 items. Let's go ahead and add more details. Next item here is the name of the food. So let's add a div inside it. Let's add an A tag with the router link that goes to the food page. And we need to pass the food ID here, cart item.food.id. Inside it, we want to show the food name, cart item.food.name. Let's see the browser. As it's shown here, we can see the name of the food. And if we click on it, it will redirect us to the food page. Let's get back to the cart page and continue adding more details. The next div will be used for selecting the quantity of the food. So we can do it by a select box, set its reference name using hashtag quantity select. Set its value equal to cart item.quantity. And any time that the quantity changes, it should call change quantity method. For the first parameter, pass the cart item. And for the second parameter, pass quantity select here, dot value. Close the parentheses and close the select. And for the options of this select, you can show 5 items from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can show more, you can show less, you can show it in any way you like. It is just a field that you need to fill it. Our quantity select is ready. Let's see it inside the browser. Okay, as you can see, we have a quantity select here from 1 to 5. Let's go ahead and add the price here. Here, another div, and inside it, we just want to show a text with the value of cart item.price with the currency pipe to format it as currency. And the last item inside this li is another div that has a button for removing items from the cart. Let's set its class to remove button, and its click event should go to the remove from cart method with the parameter of cart item. Close the button and set its text to remove. Let's see the browser. As you can see, we have the price and the remove button here. And if we click on the remove button, we could see that it will be removed from the cart page. Now let's work on the checkout part that will be shown on the right side of the screen. After the UL, let's add a div with the class of checkout. It has two parts. The top part has a div with another two div inside it. First one has a class of foods-count with the value of cart.total count. The second div has a class of total price with the value of, you can guess it, cart.total price. With the currency pipe once again, here we go. And the last item inside the HTML file is an A tag with the router link to the checkout page with the text of proceed to checkout. Very nice. Our cart page component HTML file is ready. Let's see it inside the browser. Here we go. We have total count here. If we change the count of this, it will change the number of items inside the cart and total price. And we have proceed to checkout anchor link here. Very well. It's time for CSS. Put everything on their right places. Click on cart page component HTML file, then select cart page components CSS. Let's start from the container class. Its display should be flex. Its flex wrap should be wrap. Its align items should be flex start. Its margin should be 1.5 rem, and its margin top should be 0.5 rem. The next item is UL tag with the display of flex again, with the flex direction. From top to bottom, it should be column with the flex of 3 for the flex grow and 0 for the flex shrink. It should be 3 times bigger than the checkout part. Its justify content should be spaced evenly, border 1 pixel solid, and its color should be hashtag FFBBBB. Its border radius should be 1 rem. Its list style should be none. Margin 0.5 rem, and its padding should be 0. For LIs inside the UL, their display should be flex again, and their justify content should be spaced around. Their align items should be center, flex wrap, wrap, and border bottom should be 1 pixel solid, and hashtag E4, E4, E4. Let's see the result inside the browser. As you can see, we have the cart items on the left side and the checkout part on the right side, and we have the items on a single line. Let's continue. For the last item, let's select ULLI colon last dash child and set its border to none. So the last LI inside the UL will not get any border. It is because the last LI will use the UL border, so it doesn't need to have a border. So we can remove it here. Now it's time for the image inside the LI. Its width should be 5 rem. Its height should be 5 rem too. Its border radius should be 100 rem, completely round shape. An object fit should be cover for keeping its aspect ratio. Let's see the result inside the browser. As you can see, we have this beautiful round shaped food here. Next, for all the divs inside the LI, they should have a padding of 1 rem. And for all the divs inside the LI and not the first child, that is image, they should have a specific width. So we can set their flex basis to 18%. For the select box inside the LI, its width should be 3 rem, its outline should be none, border should be none, Border bottom should be 1 pixel, solid, and light gray. The font size should be 1.1 rem, and font weight should be very thin, 100. That is the thinnest possible font weight. Let's work on the remove button, li.remove-button. Its border radius should be 1 rem. Its border should be none. Padding should be 0.5 rem. Color should be hashtag E72929. Opacity 0.7. And outline should be none. And when we hover over it, li.remove button, hover, its opacity should be 1, and its cursor should be pointer. Let's see it inside the browser. As you can see, everything on the left side is ready. Now we need to work on this part and make it bigger and more beautiful. Let's start by the checkout class. Its display should be flex. Its flex direction should be column. Its justify content, space between. Align items, center. Its flex should be 1 for the grow and 3 for the shrink. Its height should be 20 rem. Border 1 pixel, solid. And hashtag FFBBBB. Border radius 1 rem. Padding 0.5 rem. And margin 0.5 rem, half a rem. Let's see it inside the browser. As you can see, the box of the checkout class is ready. Let's work on the items inside it. Let's start with the divs. Checkout, angle bracket, div means the first level div children of the checkout. Their font size should be 1.4 rem. The margin should be 1 rem. Flex should be 3. Display should be flex. Their flex direction should be column. Justify content, center, and align items, flex-start. Let's go ahead and work on the foods count. Foods count class should have a margin bottom of 1.5 rem. Nothing special, just a little bit of margin. Let's see the browser. As you can see, we have the total count and total price on the middle, but these are a little bit meaningless if we don't put total count and total price at their beginning. We can do this like how we did for the price here. For the foods count, colon before, we can set its content to count, colon space, and its color to gray. And for the total price, colon before, the content would be price, colon space, and its color could be gray too. Here we go. Now this part makes much more sense. Now it's time to work on the A tag here that is responsible for moving us to the checkout page. We need to select A tag inside the checkout class and set its padding to 1 rem, its color to white, its background to hashtag E72929, its display to block, its width to 99%, its border radius to 1 rem, text align, center, opacity 0.7, justify self, center. And for the hover effect, check out A hover. We want to set its opacity to 1 and cursor to pointer. Let's see the result. As you can see, everything about the cart page is ready. Now, if we go to the home page and add another food to the cart, we could be able to see it here. If we change its quantity, its price, total count, and the total price will change at the same time. So we made our cart page component. Now, as a bonus step, we want to make this cart badge dynamic and exactly the same as total count of the cart. Let's close all the open tabs here. And from the Explorer, from the partials folder, header folder, select header component.ts file. Here we want to define a field with the name of cart quantity, with the default value of 0. As its name says, it will hold the cart quantity here. For setting the cart quantity, we need the cart service. So let's add it here, cart service, with the type of cart service. Inside the constructor, write cart service dot get cart observable and subscribe to it. And anytime there's a new cart, we'll give it here and set it to the this.cart quantity that is equal to new cart dot total count. Now that we have our data, we can go inside the HTML file and show it to the user. Click on header components.cs and select header components HTML file. And inside the router link of the cart, inside this span, instead of 3, show cart quantity. But this span should not be shown when the cart quantity is 0. So inside it, we need to put an ngF and check the value of cart quantity. So when it is 0, this span will not be shown at all. Let's see the result inside the browser. As you can see, we have 7 here instead of 3 that it was before. And if we go inside it and change the quantity of the foods, it will change here too. And if we remove all the items here, there will be no badge beside the cart menu. That was about this lesson. In the next lesson, we want to work on not found component. So in a situation like this, where the cart page is empty, instead of an empty page, we should see cart page is empty and go to home folder. You've been watching Code with Nasir, and I hope to see you next time.